Robert back again on my quest to get to 2200. I am currently at 2124, and let's see if we can get a 10-minute game. Okay, opponent's 2114, and looks like I've played them once before. And I will start with B6. And let's see, he plays the knight out, so we will go ahead and bring our bishop forward. He plays the other knight. So we will play D6 and now E6. Okay, knight comes around to D7. He plays this bishop up. We'll bring our other knight around and we will continue with the Hippo setup. All right, so he pushes B5. We don't want him to push any further. Okay, so now let's continue with our fianchetto. And I can go ahead and lock it up. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock it up and bring my bishop around. And let's see. How are we going to play this? I could put a pawn here, bring another pawn here, bring the knight around. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. And we are going to try to lock down the F4 square. Okay, knight comes around. We're just trying to lock down the square. He pushes here. We can take back. He prepare it. Oh, he's got. I see what he's doing. Let's do this. Let's do this. And okay. If I take, he takes, I take. All right. If I take, he takes, I take, he takes, rook comes over, then the queen can come in here. All right, take a knight. All right, let's do this. Okay, and we're coming here, and now we will come here, and we're threatening to take, and comes in knight here. Okay, I bring my knight to here. I think he's got to play knight. I think he's got to play the knight. Plays the knight. Take with the rook. Takes back. I could actually get. Okay, so if I take here, he takes, and I take, and I pick up 2 pieces for the rook, and that leaves me the rook up. But if I come here, oh, he's got this. He's got that. All right, but if I come here, if I come in here, and he takes there, I can take. All right, what do I do? Did I just go up a piece? Go up a piece, boom, 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 boom. Come in here. Just go up a piece. Go up a piece. Let's just go up a piece. Take. If he gives me a check, I'm going to just drop here, block, or I can even block like this. It's going to come there. Could come here. I'm threatening. I could drop. What I do? Come here. He takes, I take. All right, I'm up. He's got pawns for compensation. All right, if I drop here, and then he takes. Oh, what the heck? Let's. I come in here. He takes. I take. All right, let's do this. Interesting. Just take. Takes. Come in here. He goes here. I can't do that. He can't go there. He's got to take there. All right, let's get the queens off the board. Let's get the queens off the board. Queens are off the board. And how do I maneuver this? All right, he's going to come in here. Let's keep him pinned. All right, let's go here. We're going to push. All right, the knight's immune to attack. I don't want to trade it for this bishop. Okay, let's go here. And if he goes here, we just take. Okay. Let's push here. We're going to have him lock this up. He locks it up. Let's go in here. All right, let's go here. And he's got to drop all the way, but well, you can drop here. Okay, he can't take. Can't come here, can't come here. He can't go there. He's got to drop all the way back to F2 or F1. Okay. I'll come here. How do I break this up? Now let's go back. Go back. I'm going to bring a rook into here. And over here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And comes in here and he stops everything. I could have came here. I'm offering for him to take. It's gets a little dicey. All right, he's basically going to lose. He's going to lose bishop, and he's going to lose the game. And we'll come in here, and he is going to be out of moves in a moment. Okay, I'm going to just come here and back until he runs out of moves. Eventually he's going to have to move this queen, or king rather. Okay, and now he's got to move the king. He should have saved the tempo, because now I can come in here. He doesn't have this. He can come here. He comes there. I come here. I mean, he's out of moves. All right, that was a quick one. Let's take a look at the analysis. And up to 2132. And I hit 90%, and I had one brilliant move, it said. And let's just take a quick look at which move it considered brilliant. Usually it's a tactical move. Rook takes g4, and that's not brilliant. That's just tactics. You're exchanging out 2 pieces for the rook. All right, but let's get back and go into the actual game. All right, I play e4. He's playing a king's pawn opening, so I'm playing b6, which is it's considered an Owen's defense. But when he puts this knight here now, it's saying we're playing a Reti. Okay, I bring my bishop around, and he just brings this knight up. He's protecting the pawn. I go d6. He goes d4, and then I bring e6. And I usually like to start with these 2 pawn pushes just to prevent, anything that he pushes in the center I can counter. Okay, he brings his bishop out. I bring my knight to d7, just typical Hippo setup. All right, he pushes his a pawn. That's not necessarily just yet. I bring my knight around. I'm continuing with the Hippo. Now he pushes his b pawn. And here, I can push a5, and that's what the engine likes. But I push a6 because if he pushes, I just want to lock it up. So I push a6. That way, if he pushes, I will just lock it up. And now he brings his bishop out. So now all of a sudden, can we limit the scope of that bishop? All right, but I'm gonna continue with my setup. At some point, I was wanting to get this in and have it locked, and he does it for me. That basically to me, that's not a good move. I can just lock the position or lock the center up. Now he brings this knight around, and now I can play on the king side. And I bring my bishop around, he castles, and my thought process was I'll play h6, then g5, and clamp down on the f4 square with the knight coming into g6 also to solidify it. And the other knight can actually eventually get there too by going from f6 to h5. All right, he brings this pawn up. I wouldn't threaten anything to put anything on g4. So again, that's just not a move I was expecting. All right, so now I go g5, and engine hates it. Engine just says, he can come into here, then he can come into f6. Engine actually has white up 1.17. All right, but instead he goes the other route. He's gonna try to push. Engine still white, 1.12. All right, bring my knight around, and we're just gonna clamp down on the square. All right, and now he's just premature. He's premature because it's just loses a pawn. I've got too much on it, and here now if he takes back, he loses more material. Yeah, because I can just take it. I can take it. He takes back the rook. I get his rook, and he wins down. Hold on, let's go this. Basically, I get a rook and he gets a bishop. All right, I take, he takes, I get the rook, he gets the bishop, and now I come over here with the g8, and I'm hitting the bishop and lined up against the king. And he takes. So here, I misplayed it. I went queen to, I didn't misplay it. I mean, he would have this regardless. Queen f6, queen h4, there's some difference, but I went king to h4, or queen to h4, and now he brings this knight down to defend. Problem is two minor pieces are worth more than a rook. So take, and now it's minus 3.28. All right, so now he's gonna get a pawn back, but I just bring in knight d5, and I'm hitting here. I'm forcing the queen to make a decision. He just drops back, but now the engine likes f3. Yeah, I don't know about that. I just went ahead and played my bishop down, and now we're basically forcing the queens off the board. He takes, and I bring my bishop up because I'm wanting to push this pawn without allowing the bishop into b6. All right, so he drops his bishop back. I assume he's coming this direction. I'll trade the bishops off because I'm up on material. I just bring my king up just to get it up out of the way where I can bring my rook over. Oh. And he pushes. All right, so I play a5. I want to lock things up on the queen side first. Then I bring my rook over, brings this king up, knight comes down, rook goes back, and I'm thinking, all right, how can I make progress here? I just take my knight back, and I thought he might try to repeat the position, but instead he brought his king up, and I'm just going to bring my rook over and try to get these rooks off the board. And he pushes, and now rook to f6, and he can take, I can take back. Problem is, if he comes here, he's going to lose the pawn. So he was in a bad spot here. And I'll go back and show you that in a minute. And this take. And now he definitely losing the pawn, and I'm getting pieces off the board. Knight comes back. It prevents his king from coming into this square. All right, so now my plan is to move my knight around and force him to move these pawns, because eventually he's got to give up. He's got to give up the f4 square. All right, there's one. All right, knight going down. I'm waiting for the other pawn push. He could have delayed it by just pushing once, but he pushed twice. All right, so now it comes back, and he resigns because at this point, I mean, he can't ever get into this square. He could come in here, and if he came there, I could go e5. And what if he comes here, comes there, f6 just, I mean, he can't get in, and these pawns are going to fall. All right, but let's go back. I was wanting to look at something else. All right, on this move, say he came here, if he came here, I mean, I thought I could take care, but he just takes. I take, yeah. I would have to just come over here and put a rook right there, and I mean he could push. He could push like this, but then f6. F6 causes him a problem, I suppose. And bishop to h5, rook to g8, and I mean he could push down like this, but it doesn't do any good because I could just take. And now, I mean, well, so what happens if no, he can't do that because I've got check. He can't do that because I got check. All right, let's say let's say he does this, and my bishop can defend, and king just walks over and helps protect. All right, but anyway, up to 2132, and I will see you on the next video.